Now, in chemical bonding, we were doing polar and non-polar compounds. So, polar compounds, what are polar compounds? Polar compounds are those compounds in which the charges is unequally distributed between the combining atoms. What I said? Polar and non-polar compound. Non-polar compound. Here the charges is unequally distributed between the two combining atoms. Because see the word polar. Polar means two poles. What poles? One positive poles and negative poles. So when the charges is unequally distributed, for example, you are having that is I am having 10 chocolates. Now I want to distribute among the two students. What I can do is that I can give 5. So here it is equally distributed. But if I give one chocolate, what you can say, to one person I give 3 chocolate and to other person I give 7 chocolate. So what is that? It is unequally distributed. That means in one of the person is having excess, another person is having deficiency. So here also the same thing. When the charges is unequally distributed, then it results in the formation of a polar covalent compound. We can say that when the charges is unequally distributed. So here if the charges is equally distributed, that is equally distributed when the charges. Charge means, I mean to say here, that is electrons. When it is equally distributed between the two atoms or two or more atoms, we can say that, then it is said to be as non-polar covalent compounds. Moreover, non-polar compounds, you will find it out that they are symmetrical in nature. That is, the shape is symmetrical. It is same throughout. It is symmetrical in nature, and it is also neutral in nature. And of course, this is not neutral because charge is not equally distributed. So here it is not at all neutral. Remember it. So which compound you will be getting it here? Last class I have said you that is hydrogen, chlorine. Then you will be getting CH4. You will be getting CCl4. You will be getting nitrogen. You will be getting oxygen, etc. In this way you will be getting it. Alright. So CH4 and CCl4, it is symmetrical in nature. We can say that. And here in this case, what you find is that charge is equally distributed. Alright. So how we can say, because what I said you the last class, if you remember it, the electronegativity of one hydrogen atom and the electronegativity of other hydrogen atom is the same. So when you find the difference in electronegativity, it is 0. So hence it is said to be non-polar in nature. We can say that. So here in case of methane and CCl4, you will read in higher class that methane molecule is symmetrical. Its shape is what? Tetrahedral. Tetrahedral in nature. If you ask me the shape, I can draw it and show it to you. This is the shape of the methane molecule. This is a tetrahedral. It is a 3-dimensional figure. This one is a 3-dimensional figure. This is tetrahedral. The shape is the methane molecule. So as it is symmetrical, the shape is tetrahedral in nature. Same thing for CCl4 also. Now any molecule which is symmetrical and it is neutral and the charge is equally distributed, said to be non-polar in nature. We can say that. Clear. And here it is unequally distributed. So which compounds will be having? Like HCl, you will be having water, you will be having ammonia, you will be having in this way. In HCl, what you find is that we write it in this way. That is, we write it in this way. Here, what does it mean? It means this is positive and this end is negative. So how do we represent it? We can represent this way also. Del plus and del minus. We can represent this way. That here the chlorine atom, is more electronegative than hydrogen. So it will pull the electrons towards itself. Similarly, here oxygen is more electronegative than hydrogen. Here nitrogen is more electronegative than hydrogen. So here one of the atom you will find will be more electronegative in case of polar, and other atom will be less electronegative. So the one which is more electronegative, it is going to pull the electrons towards itself, due to which two poles are created. One positive and one negative. Hence it is said to be polar in nature. For that reason we say the charges is not equally distributed. So this is about your polar and non-polar compounds. Thank you.